Anya Voss arrived in the remote village of Saen with little more than a suitcase and a reputation as a gifted art restorer. Hired by a private collector, she was tasked with refurbishing a collection of antique dolls retrieved from a long-abandoned family shrine near the edge of the jungle. The villagers watched her with quiet, unreadable expressions. One elder muttered a phrase that stuck with her. "The dolls that listen should not be touched." Anya smiled politely and dismissed it as superstition. Inside the dusty teakwood house she'd been given to work in, the dolls sat in glass cases like tiny royalty awaiting rebirth. One stood out. Delicately carved from porcelain, the doll wore a faded ceremonial gown. Her long, human-like hair, coarse and dark, was matted and partially detached. Unlike the others, her painted eyes seemed wrong, too deep, too knowing. As Anya began her careful restoration, she noticed something strange. Whenever she worked on that particular doll, faint whispers fitted at the edge of her hearing. She chalked it up to fatigue and the hum of the jungle insects, but the whispers grew bolder. By the third night, they were forming syllables, not Thai, not English, something ancient, guttural, and cruel. Though she couldn't understand the words, she felt their meaning in her bones. Malice. She stopped sleeping well. The doll's posture would subtly change when she turned her back. A tilt of the head, a slight shift of the hands. One morning, she found it facing the window, staring out at the jungle. On the fifth night, she completed the final step, reattaching a long strand of hair she had delicately cleaned and brushed. That's when she heard it, not around her, inside her head. A voice, clear and cold.
"Thank you for my hair. Now I can leave."
Anya stumbled backward, heart pounding. The doll sat still, too still. She barely slept. When dawn came, the doll was gone. The wooden door remained locked. No signs of a break-in, no signs of escape. Later that morning, a village child vanished, then another. Panic gripped the village. Anya tried to speak to the elders, but they no longer met her eyes. One woman finally hissed, "You made her whole! You freed her!" They told her what she should have known. These were not decorative toys. They were drenched in namphrai. When a child died young, grieving parents would create dolls as vessels, hoping to preserve their spirits. Sometimes they worked. The dolls would weep, giggle, or whisper. But the energy came at a cost. Over time, the dolls were locked away, feared more than mourned. The one Anya restored had been the worst of them, so potent that even its shrine was buried under dirt and time. She had unknowingly made the vessel whole again. Now the spirit wasn't just awake, it was hungry. Each night, Anya heard the whispers grow. Laughter, running feet, scratches at the wall. Her own reflection began to twist, her face replaced with the doll's pale grin and glassy black eyes staring through her from inside. Then came the children's voices, dozens of them, giggling, singing nursery rhymes warped by death. She tried to leave, but the roads flooded, the bridges broke. No one would drive her. The jungle pressed closer, and each night, just before sleep overtook her, she would hear it whisper again.
"You gave me hair. Would you like me to take yours next?"
The story ends here, where some claim to have seen her wandering the jungle trails, muttering lullabies. Others say the doll stands outside her window, cradling something that writhes and weeps, but most agree on one thing. If you visit Bang Sen, do not ask about the doll, and if you hear whispers in the trees, do not answer.